Everyone has heard of the infamous Greek Trojan horse attack from the book The Odyssey. It was an attack where Greek soldiers built a giant hollow wooden horse statue to give as a gift to the city of Troy. But the soldiers actually hid inside of it to disguise themselves and gain entrance to the city and destroy it from the inside. This story is where the Trojan horse virus got its name. These viruses will disguise themselves as an innocent download, whether that be a game, email attachment, or anything really. But once downloaded, the virus will execute the malicious code that the attacker hid within the download. For a Trojan to work, the user must first download the malicious file. This allows the virus to install, and it will automatically run every time the infected device is powered on. Once a computer is infected, it can be turned into a zombie computer, allowing the attacker to secretly take control of the device and share malware across the network to other computers. This is often done through social engineering, by sending emails with the malicious attachment from the trusted source of the zombie computer. One of the largest and most well-known Trojan horse attacks took place in 2000. It was called the I Love You virus, which was a phishing email that asked the recipient to open a text file attachment that was a love letter titled I Love You. Once a recipient opened the attachment, their computer became infected and the Trojan would overwrite files and send itself to everyone on the device's contact list in an attempt to spread the virus even more. This seemingly simple attack caused $8.7 billion in global losses.
In this section, I will be discussing 3 of some of the most prolific Trojans known to man. First, the Zeus Trojan. The Zeus Trojan is one of the most dangerous malware software to ever exist. The Zeus Trojan, also known as ZBot, was developed in 2007 and affects Microsoft OS. The Trojan works through spam messages and downloadable files on the internet. The spam messages can be sent through email or social media, where the victim is then redirected to a harmful website. The downloadable files can even be on a reputable website that the Trojan has infected to make a victim more unassuming. Once in your device, the Trojan can steal your information, use your device for phishing attacks, monitor website usage, and log keystrokes. Zeus Trojan has infected over 3.6 million Windows computers, some of which were property of NASA, Amazon, and Bank of America. Second is the Magic Lantern Trojan. The Magic Lantern Trojan was developed in 2001 by the Federal Bureau of Investigation, or FBI, as a software to log keystrokes. The Trojan can be installed remotely through an email attachment or vulnerabilities on a device. The Trojan is triggered once the suspect enables PGP encryption, then the PGP password is saved and used by the FBI. Information collected includes UDP and TCP ports, running programs, the registered user, IP addresses, and more. This Trojan was used for good to use as evidence in court, so no damage was recorded. In 2005, it was used to fight extortion, harassment, and identity theft. However, it did incite controversy, as there was discussion whether antivirus/protection software should detect the Trojan, in which McAfee and Norton left backdoors open. Third, the Tiny Banker Trojan. The Tiny Banker Trojan, also known as TINBA, was first discovered in 2012 and is one of the most malicious malware affecting banking. The Trojan compromises financial accounts and steals money off of end-user devices. The Trojan began infecting Turkish devices and is now exceedingly widespread. TBT is actually a smaller, modified version of the previously mentioned Zeus Trojan and is actually the smallest Trojan known to man with a size of 20 KB. Victims are lured using fraudulent, advertising content and phishing emails with false login windows that look exactly like the correct login windows that will be used to steal their information. Information is stolen using browser man-in-the-middle attacks that bypass HTTPS and are overall untraceable until the money is missing. It has affected more than 20 of the major banking institutions in the US, including Bank of America, Chase, PNC, Wells Fargo, and more.
The best way to avoid being infected by a Trojan horse virus is to have antivirus software installed on the computer. But other ways include only downloading software from sources that you trust completely, keeping all your software up to date, and never opening attachments sent from someone that you don't know. So now that you have heard about the background of Trojan horse viruses, we hope that you learn a little and are more prepared to protect yourself from these types of attacks.